This is Tomas Wisniauskas here, and today's topic is avoid trading communities. Now, why do I pick such a weird topic? Isn't all trading communities created for the purpose of helping you as a trader? So why do I say avoid them, and what can I offer instead of them as a substitute? If you want to know, let's dive deep. So first of all, let's start with Jesse Livermore, one of the most famous traders of the previous century. And in his biography book, it was mentioned that some of the biggest mistakes he made in trading, some of the biggest losses he experienced in trading were after listening to other people's advice. So he spent a lot of money to find out that trading, after all, is a solitary activity. In the outer world, it seems that the more people you are going to ask for advice, the better you'll get. Maybe it's not a universal thing, but in many spaces it seems that this holds true. However, Jesse Livermore spent a lot of money to find out that no. In fact, trading is a solitary activity, and he didn't engage in any trading communities. So that raises a natural question. If Jesse Livermore became so rich, and he wasn't smarter than most of us out here, and since he wasn't engaged in any trading communities, why would you? Now, since I've listened a lot to gurus who are teaching other people about how to become gurus and then teach others trading and other stuff, I can tell you how it works under the hood. So those top-level gurus, they teach your trading guru that fluidity of their profits is more important than your success as his mentee. In other words, the guru is taught that most likely you will fail because you're lazy, because you can't listen properly, because you can't implement what the guru is going to say. So they are being taught that the majority of people who participate in their trading community, they will fail, and they are taught to accept it as a fact. They are taught to become desensitized about that and just treat it as normal. While on the other hand, they are taught to make monthly recurring memberships so that their income grows gradually and it becomes fluid. And by fluid, what does it mean? Is that then you have to put very little effort to sustain this whole thing. You don't need to care about results of individual members because that's a low effort, low touch approach. That's normal, it's cheap, it's monthly membership, it's cheap. People won't achieve results, yes, but they won't lose much as well because maybe they've paid just for a few months and that's it, you know. So basically they are taught how to market so that the intake of new members covers the churn rate. And, you know, fluidity of profits. So you live the so-called nice lifestyle, you promote the fake persona, you are taught not to care about individual results, and that's how you become a trading guru. And this is, my friends, how most trading communities work. Inevitability of misunderstanding. Now, most of those trading communities have video courses inside with lots of hours of training, pre-recorded training, like 50 hours, 100 hours, 200 hours. When you make such courses as a guru, you cannot avoid misunderstandings by the people who are listening to your courses. Because the more hours of lessons you make, the more you're sure that people will just lose track of what you're saying at some point, the more complex you'll make, of course. Of course, you have to make it complex because that's what people expect by joining your membership, to receive access to advanced content, to complex advanced content. And yeah, they receive that, but they can't avoid misunderstanding what the guru is saying. And that's a benefit for the guru, because if nobody can understand him, then he can always find excuses why something doesn't work, or he can keep coming up with some suggestions, some new solutions to any problem basically that a member brings up, just because nobody truly understands it fully, because everyone believes it's complex and everyone believes that they just have to keep learning and learning and learning. Now, be also aware that professional traders do not participate in trading communities. So, you will be surrounded by 99% of retail losing traders who have no clue what they are doing, and also by 1% of lucky ones who will post how they make those winning trades from time to time, just because they got lucky. Maybe they're newbies who haven't hit their losing streak yet, or maybe they're just run down people who haven't been successful for many years in trading, and they just try to bring up some of the good so-called good winning trades to just cheer themselves up and to just fuel this belief in the guru and into themselves and into other people, just kind of keep the good and positive vibe. But you can be rest assured that no professional traders can be found in those online trading communities. So you will not receive any good advice in those trading communities. What you'll see is just a crowd of people who are losing. And if you surround yourself with people who are losing and who have no clue how to trade the forex market, I mean, what's the value of this trading community? Because all of those gurus, they will say, oh, it's a huge value to be part of this community. It's like $1,000 a month, but I'm giving you this for just $50 a month. So come and join me. And it's a no-brainer deal, yeah? Well, I mean, the actual value of their communities is negative because it doesn't teach you how to be profitable. And while you're learning, you're losing. And there is no hope for you to finally learn how to make money in those communities. There is simply no hope by definition. Now, another thing. All of those gurus, they teach retail trading strategies, which usually work for a bit, like for maybe 2 or 3 months, for half a year, sometimes could be even more, but then they fail miserably. How do I know? I know from my personal experience, I know from other people's experiences, and also I know just from logic. Because when you are a professional trader, you look at the forex market with professional understanding of how it works. You understand how it works, what are the participants, what are they doing in the market, and you act with a professional strategy that is based on logic. And you can immediately see the difference between professional and retail strategy, because retail strategies are not based on any understanding of the market. They are based on false beliefs, on very simplified concepts that have absolutely no grounding. They are usually based on some probabilistic models that, this spin bar happened below 50 EMA here, and so you have to take this trade because like 50 times before it worked, and that was the win rate of this pattern. But I mean, it doesn't explain anything. The patterns don't explain anything. This is not logic. I mean, can you imagine a professional trader acting according to this kind of mentality, I mean, these kind of things, they can be easily automated. And if they can be easily automated, I mean, they should be already exploited by everyone on this planet. And I mean, well, basically what we are talking about is a holy grail that anybody can just plug into the market and just have an evergreen money machine, but it doesn't work like that. It's absolutely ridiculous. So retail strategies, I mean, the cycle is this. When a certain strategy gets unpopular, when popularity decreases because people are failing with it, then the strategy goes to a grave. Then after some time, some guru digs up this strategy from a grave and he presents it to his trading community and says, "Whoa, look, it works." Yeah, it works, of course. And people try to trade it, but then immediately it becomes oversaturated and then it stops working. So that's the cycle. And when it stops working, people stop using it and then it goes into a grave again. So I mean, the cycle is kind of like this. But in the end, it's impossible to make any long-term reliable profits with retail trading strategies because they are not based on logic and they are not based on professional understanding. And what you will find in trading communities by default are retail strategies. Why? Because no professional trader on planet Earth will ever share his trading secrets to the public, to the masses. That's just not possible. Now, survivorship bias. So again, as I already mentioned, 1% of the group will be the lucky ones. And all of the reviews, testimonials, videos will be made around those people who were just lucky ones and they attributed their so-called short-term success to the guru who taught them, because that's by default, you attribute it to the guru. How else can you do it? So those people seem to be very, very believable. And the testimonials are great. And their messages in the trading community look very inspiring. But unfortunately, that's survivorship bias. That doesn't cover all of the people, most of the people who failed, and all of the people who already left this group. So be aware of that. Survivorship bias is present in all of the trading communities. Now, what you'll also see that whenever somebody posts in those trading communities saying that I have problems with performance, I am losing, most cases, a guru will come and they will attribute this to some psychological issues that the trader has. So, I mean, they might say you are over trading, so just, reduce your greed and then, you will take less trades and they will be more quality ones. Okay, you try to do that, but then you find yourself on the other side. You're like, I can't take any trades because I am just waiting for that perfect one. And then they'll say, it's your fear, it's your perfectionism. So reduce your perfectionism. Okay, so you reduce that, then you are, again, taking more trades, which are, of course, net result is loss. And then they say, so you're over trading. And then they will pull up some quote which says that from Warren Buffett, let's say, if you can't hold your emotions, you shouldn't be in the financial markets at all. And okay, then this whole cycle becomes that I should read all of these psychological books, I should work on myself, on some development, I should do a fear process, I should do a success process, I should do a meditation, I should do a visualization, I should do, my gosh, this hypnosis I should do, all of that stuff, and it still doesn't work. And then by the time you realize that this is all bullshit, this new guru will come up with a new strategy. They will say, oh, I've spent now 3 months back testing and I come up with a better, improved strategy. Wow, what the hell? So what happened with your old strategy? I mean, so was it shit? And now what you came up with now, is it shit as well? I mean, are you just pretending to be giving me something valuable when in fact it is just another shit? What you'll also find that usually in those groups there is no accountability. The guru is just hiding behind his teachings. He will not be there for you live in the markets explaining what he does. Or if he does, I mean, he'll be cherry picking his trades and you will still not see the whole picture. You can't just go visit him, sit down with him one-on-one together and just truly learn and absorb him by seeing what he do instead of listening to what he preaches you to do. That's a huge difference. So usually there is no accountability in those trading communities. They're fueled with positive vibes, kind of optimistic kind of feeling that, that somehow you have this road ahead of you, and if you just follow it long enough, if you work enough hours, and if you put enough effort, if you stick long enough, by paying monthly membership, of course, you will achieve this success. And then some survivorship biased, comments, reviews, testimonials, and the whole machine is just running. And let's just be honest, most people have full-time jobs and they also have very little time. They log into this trading community maybe for 1 hour a day. I mean, maybe for 1 hour a week. They are not so engaged. And the cycle between joining the group and realizing it's shit and leaving it, I mean, it can be long. It can be 6 months maybe. And that makes a great business for those gurus. And that's simply how it works behind the scenes. And also, there is this thing that the more you pay, the more you listen. So you will be constantly bombarded with upsells that, this is the first level of membership, but if you pay me more, you can get second level of membership and third level of membership where I will reveal you more and more and more. Somehow just telling you that first level is shit. It's not enough. And the second level is shit as well. And who knows what is on the third level. So, but if you are bought into this higher level of membership, then you get even more attached. It's like a religious cult then, and it becomes harder and harder to leave. And you still believe that somehow it will help you, but it's not helping you at all. And the more you talk to this guru, the more he will tell you some shit, basically, that keeps you engaged, keeps you trapped, keeps you in the dark. And you are filled with so many conflicting beliefs about the market that even if you wanted to go on your own then and just come up with your own trading method, suddenly you realize that you can't. You're just like an incapacitated, disabled person. That's how you feel. Because you are so full of knowledge, which is not really knowledge. It's just miracles. It's just bubbles. Because you can't take and use it, actually. And you can't explain. Even after 5 years of learning in this trading community, you still cannot explain what's going on in the market. And, that's what I really see in those trading communities. So what's the solution to this insanity? First of all, find a true professional trader. The one who doesn't need to teach you. The best traders are the ones who don't need to teach you. Why? Because they're making their living from trading. They don't need to run education business. And for most gurus, education business is much better than trading business because they don't know how to trade. So find a true person. Find a true trader who maybe needs to be persuaded to teach you. These will be the best ones. Don't expect them to teach you for free because their time costs a lot. They're losing a lot by putting their attention away from trading and teaching you because they know that teaching is only possible via one-on-one during live market conditions, and they will do that for you. Maybe you'll be able to sit down with them, but you'll have to pay for their time. You'll have to pay a lot, but it will not be a business for them. I mean, you will just cover their expenses, basically, their time expenses to teach you, but it won't be a business for them. So that's why you might need to persuade them. But you can be rest assured, if you find such a person, a true, genuine, reliable, professional forex trader who doesn't need to teach you, and if you learn from him, and if you actually do what he teaches you, you can be assured that you will achieve success. You will become a consistently profitable trader in the forex market because you will understand how it works from the professional point of view, and you'll have a professional trading strategy. And that's a completely different world from all of the trading communities that you'll find online. But don't expect that it will be a miracle. I mean, getting one-on-one training from a professional doesn't mean that you'll be successful from day one. The learning curve is still steep, but it's important to be on the correct path. And if you have failed for a few years already in retail trading, you will immediately sense the difference when you finally stumble upon a true professional trader. It will leave you no doubt because you will finally be able to understand what's going on in the market. And understanding is undeniable, so you will know for sure. But what's important is to find a teacher who would be able to mentor you one-on-one as well, as long as you need, without having to sell your house, of course, for that. Just being mentored like a person to person, like a true human being to other human being, like a soul to soul, and like a trader to trader, of course, until undeniably you reach success that you are confident upon, and you can finally make a living from trading forex. So find a person who not only teaches you, but who is also able to mentor you. If you do that, then you'll have all of the components, basically, that you need, all of the education components that you need. And please avoid joining online mass market trading communities run by those gurus who don't know what they're talking about. So thanks a lot for watching. And if you're looking for a mentor or capital manager, click the link to my blog, read around, see my training and mentoring offer. And if interested, feel free to contact me. I'm a real human being. You can talk to me. I'm not hiding anywhere. So thanks again for watching and have a beautiful day.